Hi guys, welcome to Speak Your Mind. My name is Carla. I am a mental health warrior of about 8 or 9 years. I've made probably about 19 vlogs now. Please do subscribe and have a look through in case there's any other videos that you like the look of. I vlog to sort of an outlet for me to maybe help other people, to make some people in the mental health community feel less alone, like they can relate to something that I talk about. All that jazz, share tips and advice with people. So this is all just my journey, my opinions and all that. So it's not the be all and end all, it's not the law, it's not the right or wrong. Actually in this vlog I do talk about a lot of extracts from web posts that I use for my research. So I will credit all of those and link them all in my description, just in case you guys want to go and look through them. So today's vlog is about ASMR, or Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's something that has been around for a while, and well, I mean, it's something that happens in day-to-day life, so it's been around forever. But the idea of YouTubers making ASMR videos has really become quite popular in the last couple of years, and I'm seeing a lot about it in the media, and people are talking about it a lot more, which is quite exciting. I've only found out about it in the last sort of 3 months or so, and I love it. So yeah, let me read out this little extract for you. Autonomous sensory meridian response is an experience characterised by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and the upper spine. That's kind of the scientific little description for it. I actually find that I get it, if I do get the tingles, I usually get it kind of down here a little bit, and then also like on my lower back I get a little tingly thing. So yeah, it's essentially a pleasurable physiological sensation induced by listening to certain sounds or looking at certain things. So in this video I'm really talking about YouTube videos that are made to help people have these tingles. There are over 13 million ASMR videos on YouTube. I subscribe to only about 3 or 4 ASMR artists, which is what they call someone who makes these videos, and they like upload every day. So there's so much out there and every video is completely different. So they call them triggers, like these sounds or things that help you feel these tingles. So some really common triggers that people do are like whispering, so really soft whispering, or like unintelligible whispering where you can't really understand what they're saying. Weird mouth sounds like, oh, I hate that one. People do a lot, or kissing sounds, or tapping, so tapping different objects, reading books. Some people like watching people like looks like they're touching their face, so the ASMR artists will use their hands like around the edges of the camera to make it look like feel like they're touching your face kind of thing. And there's also ones that are like role play, so getting a haircut, getting a massage, a trip to the dentist, getting your makeup done. There's loads. I don't particularly like the roleplay ones. I prefer just kind of the person sitting and making noises or talking or whatever, but the roleplay ones do seem to be quite popular for other people, which is cool. I found this extract on theconversation.com, which is someone talking about their tingles and how they get theirs and where it kind of came from, which I thought was quite nice. So, I used to experience it as a child when having my feet measured by a shoe shop assistant. This is a good example of a scenario that contains multiple common ASMR triggers: a gentle, soft spoken voice, precise and expert hand movements, and a sensation of being paid close attention to, but in a somewhat objectifying and professional manner. ASMR videos exaggerate and combine these triggers to attempt to induce ASMR in viewers. I'll link that at the bottom in the description so you can read the whole piece if you want. So how is this linked to mental health? So what's quite interesting I think about ASMR is that there's not been really many studies until this year, especially, about the link between mental health and ASMR, but there has been one recently by the University of Sheffield and Manchester Metropolitan University, who found out by people that watched ASMR and experienced the tingles, their heart rate slowed compared to people that didn't watch the videos, which is quite interesting. And that's if you do have mental health issues and you've looked into it, an increase in heart rate is one of the things that can increase anxiety or bring on a panic attack. So it's nice to see how watching ASMR scientifically they found out that it reduces your heart rate because it kind of calms you. So it makes sense that it would be linked in that way. So I found this extract on HuffPost.com. and a lady said, I originally started listening because I had migraines all the time, and it helped me manage those whilst waiting for medication or sleep to hit in. I quickly started using it to calm down when I was panicked, and soon started using it as a sleep aid because my anxiety makes it hard for me to clear my head and fall asleep at night. And that seems to be a common use for ASMR, like helping go to sleep at night. That's what I use it for. I just find it really calming, and it just sends me to sleep. There was a title of a post I found, I can't remember what website it was on, but it was talking about, it said the word ASMR could be used as like a digital therapy. I think that's quite a dangerous thing to call it, because it's not a therapy. It's not a means of help. It can help relieve the symptoms of mental health, but I think don't rely on it. If you're looking for help, get kind of professional help with a therapist. Don't rely on ASMR. I think that's quite important. I found a thread about kind of the correlation between mental health and ASMR, and someone said that they think anyone uses ASMR, people that have mental health issues and people that don't, but people that have maybe anxiety, they more actively look for ways to feel better. And that's why it comes across, it seems like a lot of the ASMR community are sufferers of mental health. And it's quite nice in that way, because when I'm looking through comments or stuff, when I'm listening to ASMR, a lot of them are talking about how the video has helped them reduce anxiety, and it's quite a nice little community, to be honest. And it makes you feel like you're not the only person laying in bed awake at night, like 2 AM, struggling to sleep. How I use it and how I come across it and all that jazz. So when I was younger, I remember being in the classroom and, like, you know when you're doing quiet writing and the teacher comes around and like looks at your work and helps people if someone puts their hand up, and they always like whisper. I remember that used to like send me into a weird trance almost, like it would make me feel really just like in a trance, and not in a bad way or a nice way. I remember just being like, I know that makes me feel like the sound of someone's really quiet whisper. If I was at sleepovers and like I was trying to go to sleep and a couple of people were still up and talking and whispering, it would do the same. It would like make me feel, the noises in day-to-day life actually make me feel quite angry, like the noise of someone chewing or like mouth noises or like whispering like that. But for some reason, when I listen to it on like these videos, it's really calming. And a lot of people have said that, like noises that they usually find aggravating, when they're listening to it on purpose, they find it quite nice. I don't know why that is. So yeah, I thought it was just me that felt that. I've mentioned it to a few people before and they were like, what are you talking about? That's nuts. And then I was in France a couple of years ago. My friend Jesse mentioned it. He was like, yeah, it's the thing when you hear certain noises and they send you into like that weird sensation. I was like, oh my God, I feel that, I get that. And he was like, yeah, no, it's a thing. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I didn't really give it any other thought. And then this summer, my friend John mentioned it to me and said that, he was like, you like that? He doesn't talk like that, sorry, John. And he said there's loads of videos about it, and I was quite curious, so I went home and listened to a couple, and I just loved them. I was like, when you get the tingles, it's such a nice feeling. It's like, I don't know, it's just like a little tingle and like a really calm feeling. So since then, I have been down the rabbit hole of ASMR videos on YouTube. There are so many different kinds. Every single person, ASMR artist, has a different kind of niche and a different voice and a different way that they do it, and I listen to it every night now. I love it. It's just so calming. Actually, John was saying it's incredible with regards to like focusing your brain on something when it could be kind of drifting off and going elsewhere when you're trying to sleep. I think that's exactly what it is, especially if there's one like, I really like ones that if I'm feeling really down, positive affirmation ASMR videos are so good. They just like repeat things like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay, everything's fine. And it's really nice just to focus on those while you're drifting off to sleep. It just makes you feel like, actually everything is okay and everything's fine. I don't know who this stranger is on YouTube talking to me, but it's calming. So yeah, that was quite interesting. There are so many different ones out there and different triggers that you do have to just find ones that work for you. Don't get annoyed if you hear a video and it makes you feel really aggravated, because like mouth sounds and like kissing sounds make me feel horrible. Ugh, I hate it. So I just kind of try and avoid those videos, but ones with like people whispering, or like I like ones where people just reading a book whispering, they just send me off. So like have a little search around, go down that rabbit hole and find out what works for you, because there's so many different ones out Yeah, so if you do want to try ASMR videos and see if you can get tingles, just type in ASMR on YouTube. There are so many come up. A couple of artists that I really like are ASMR Darling, China Unique, ASMR Magic, PJ Dreams, and a lady called Karuna Satori. I hope I pronounced that right. Those are the kind of main ones that I use, and they usually upload videos like every day or so. But yeah, have a look, see if it helps you calm down. Let me know if it works, if you hate it or you love it. A lot of people tend to use it when they're having a panic attack. So there are ones that you can type in, like help with panic attack, help with anxiety. And so they are specifically for that. But please remember, they're not professional help. They're not therapy. Don't rely on those to alleviate your mental health issues. Just maybe if you're having a difficult night sleeping or you're feeling panicked or something, give it a go. And let me know. Yeah, email me. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook and subscribe to this channel. Yeah, I love hearing from you guys on email or just comment on here. And yeah, go listen to some ASMR while you sleep tonight.